Welcome to Exotics Racing. My name is Mike Bonnani. Today I'm here to present you the Nissan GT-R. Now, by the looks of it, you might be saying to yourself, that doesn't much look like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It doesn't look very exotic, but like true beauty, it's what's on the inside that counts. Underneath this hood here, 3.8 liter twin turbo V6, makes about 530 horsepower. Goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. That is in part due to the all-wheel drive system, one of the smartest all-wheel drive systems out there. Evenly distributes all that horsepower across all 4 of the tires. Now the power gets there through a dual clutch 6-speed paddle shifted transmission. So all you need to do, click the paddles back towards you. Those shifts are immediate. The car itself does look a little bit heavy, and it is. Coming in just over about 300 or 3,800 pounds, it is one of the heaviest cars that we have in our Exotics Racing fleet, but it's also one of the fastest because of all that technology that's involved with this car, that 530 horsepower and that dynamic all-wheel drive system. It gets around the track just about as fast as any of the other cars we have. In fact, at the Nürburgring, this car even beat out the Ferrari Enzo, running in under 7.5 minutes around that Nordschleife, Germany racetrack. All right, here we are in the beautiful Nissan GT-R. Everything in this interior looks functional, and it is functional. This giant screen in the middle, you can display up to 6 different parameters at any time, choosing anything that you want to monitor, from your transmission fluid temperature all the way through your acceleration G-forces, your lateral G-forces, steering position. Now the steering wheel looks like something you'd use to play a video game with. It's got 8 different buttons on it and 2 paddle shifters located right behind the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock position on the wheel, exactly where you would want them when you're driving on the racetrack. These seats are super comfortable, very nice, very plush. They do sit a little bit higher than they do in a lot of other exotic cars. When you start this car, my favorite part, this big red button right in the center console. Every time I was a kid and I was around a big red button, I was told not to push it. But today inside this car, I'm going to push it. So push your foot on the brake, press that red button, that twin turbo V6 fires right up to life. Now, let's see how this thing does on the racetrack. All right, what's the first thing we all want to do when we hit the racetrack in a GT-R? Yeah, hit the accelerator pedal, but let me warn you, make sure you're pointed straight when you do that in this thing, because this all-wheel drive system, this super torquey twin turbo V6 is going to get you moving in wherever direction you're pointed in a very fast manner. Now, the all-wheel drive system is certainly the star of this car. It is so smart and intuitive that it fixes a lot of the small mistakes that you don't even realize you're making yet. That results in a lot of torque and a lot of speed coming out of your corners. Just simply point this thing down the racetrack, squeeze the pedal on smoothly, and that all-wheel drive system will claw this thing out of that corner, propel you down the next straightaway. Now, this car is a little bit heavy, and you really only feel that in the middle of the corner or as you're making transitions from right to left-hand corners or vice versa. The rest of it, this twin turbo V6 and this incredible all-wheel drive system completely makes up for it. Even on the braking, even though this car is heavy, they fitted this car with a massive Brembo brake kit. The same Brembo that you see in motorsports, the top levels of motorsports. And this is the same brake kit you're gonna find on a lot of those race cars. So it's got plenty of braking power to slow yourself back down from that high rate of speed before you make it down to your next corner. This car, visibility is impressive in this car. You can see everything around you. You can turn your head, spot your apex nice and early. Everything about it, it makes it very easy for people to drive fast. You find yourself constantly reminding yourself that this thing only costs $90,000. You can buy a Lamborghini Aventador, or you can buy 4 of these things and still have a lot of money left over. That's how good of a car this is. It is all about function here in the Nissan GT-R. Function, technology, that equals speed. One last good thing about this Nissan GT-R is you can come out to either one of our Exotics Racing locations, take one of our Nissan GT-Rs around a real racetrack for 5 laps for just $249, $40 a lap additional. Come out, try this thing. You've got to try it to believe it. We'll see you there.